O Diyos aming Ama, ang lahat ng nilalang ay marapat na sumamba sa iyo. Higit sa iyong mga biyaya, sinasamba ka namin dahil ikaw ay ikaw. Lumalapit kami sa iyo, dakilang tagapaglikha, nagsusumamo at humihingi ng kapatawaran. Kami ay nagkulang at nagkasala. Patawarin mo kami sa katigasan ng aming mga puso. Turuan mo kami at dalhin sa inyong kalooban. Tingnan mo kami ng may awa at kahabagan. Hilumin mo po ang aming bayan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, kapitbahay, karatig-bayan, ganon din ang aming mga kaaway sa pandemyang kinahaharap namin sa COVID-19. Isama niyo na rin ang mga may sakit sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Panginoon, balutin mo kami ng inyong kaluwalhatian. Itago mo kami sa lilim ng inyong mga pakpak laban sa anumang kapahamakan o wala sa oras na kamatayan. Kristo, ang tinapay ng buhay, alalahanin niyo po ang mga namumuno sa aming bansa, ang mga ilaw at haligi ng bawat tahanan, at mga kawani na nagtatanggol sa aming seguridad at mga frontliners. Batid mo, Panginoon, ang mga dinaraanan at bawat ganap sa aming buhay. Espiritong Banal, aming tanggulan at gabay, imulat ang aming mga mata at ipakita si Jesus ang Panginoon at tagapagligtas, ang nag-iisang katotohanan at tanging daan tungo sa Ama. Wala nang iba. Purihin ka, O aming Diyos. Ang presensya mo ay tunay na biyaya ng aming buhay. Ito ang aming samot panalangin. Sa pangalan ni Jesus, Kordero ng Diyos na nag-aalis ng kasalanan ng mundo. Amen.
Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio, Manila.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. An online program that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle. This is Beauty in a Box, providing insights on how beauty and lifestyle of all kinds will be of help to everyone, may it be in their professional or personal lives, by improving one's confidence. Beauty in a Box, hosted by certified makeup artist and beauty enthusiast Aliya Ambray. This is Beauty in a Box, only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
Hello and welcome everyone! Happy Saturday sa inyong lahat! You are now tuned into Beauty in a Box, a show that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle here on Video and Radio Worldwide under the Manila station. For our first-timers out here, this is an online program that features beauty and lifestyle of all kinds and provides insights on how they will be of help to everyone, may it be in their professional lives or personal lives by improving one's confidence. So come and unbox your beauty in a box with me, Aliya Ambray, a certified makeup artist and a beauty enthusiast, and I'm the host for this show. So last week, we had iconic lovebirds, Vince Uy and Nino Gadi on the show. You can still check out that episode on Beauty in a Box Facebook page if you want to experience some kilig overload, laughter, and discover the secrets to long-lasting relationship. So before I introduce today's topics and guests, I just really hope that everyone's having a great Saturday so far. At sa mga sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, I also hope you're having a great morning or evening wherever you are. Ayan, I just want to say hi to some of my family and friends watching. And we also have the Bagyan ng the clan right now. They're all watching, no? Yung mga gulo friends right now, nanonood yan, laging tuned in. And to our first-timers here also, no? Hello, tsaka regular viewers here. We're so excited to have you here for another afternoon full of insights and tawanan with you guys. It's not too late to invite your friends to tune in as well, so feel free to hit that share button and send this to your friends if they want a dose of good vibes today. So, moving on, this week naman, we're gonna offer you guys something completely new, pero just as relevant and interesting. Today, we'll be all talking about men in 2020 in their 20s. Because we'll be taking the perspectives of these three different guys and discussing major stereotypes and social norms for men. We'll be tackling things like, do men cry? Or are men cooler if their players are tough? Yan, diba? So, of course, these have been debunked in the past because it's 2020 na nga, diba? 2020 na ngayon, people are speaking up about fighting toxic masculinity, which is why we're here at Beauty in a Box show, want to jump in on that conversation too. And can I just say, I'm super excited for our guest today because not only am I sure that they'll give us interesting insights, but these three have a lot of things to say. And I know these three guys. So I can't wait to see like what you guys have in store. Also, the audience. And you know, you can also put your comments, your opinions, questions in the comment section. So it's going to be real interesting. So stay tuned till the end of this episode to hear all about it. And feel free, to ask any questions. So, huwag natin patagalin dito. So allow me to invite to this virtual floor special guest for this afternoon. Let me welcome our first guest. We have a Spartan pro athlete for the Philippines and fitness influencer. We have Wellington Beef Ko.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing, Aliya?
Hi, Beef. Welcome to Beauty in a Box.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So let's complete this group for this afternoon, Beef, no? I love how I'm calling you Beef right now. It's like, parang, ano ba da? Beef, no? Beef talaga.
Yeah, that's right.
Yan, guys, ha? That's really his nickname, you guys, for those wondering talaga. So let's welcome our next guest. We have a Judo and Jiu-Jitsu national champion and a law student. We have Monch Santiago.
Hey, what's up, Ali? What's up, Beef? Mustache. Nice to see you guys.
Monch. Oh, nga, we're nice in this virtual floor. Nice to have you here, Monch. Okay,
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Beauty in a Box. So happy that you have this afternoon with us here. It's going to be a real interesting topic for this afternoon. Okay, so it's not too late to complete our last guest pa. We have musician RJ Ruiz.
What's up, guys?
Hey, RJ!
What's
Diba?
up?
It's a really different in this room talaga. Iba-iba yung mga personality ng mga guests natin today. So, let's just say hi to our viewers right now, mga nanonood ngayon, no? Na comment section. Mga ready na yung mga yan, no? I see y'all, mga friends na yan, lahat. Ready namang gulong mga yan. Mga audience. Beef, say hi to your viewers right now, Monch and RJ.
Sure. So,
what's up, guys?
everyone out. What's up, guys? Magandang hapon.
Magandang hapon.
Yeah. Took your time.
Yes, we're so excited. So, I'll say hi to some of these people na nagko-comment. Hi, Sel. Hi, Therese Lasiste. Hi, Bars. Hi, Maridel Quimbo. Iggy. And we have Shaka from LA. And Jason, congrats to your new show. Say hello. Hello! Hi! And then, we also have Joff right now. Gagawa ako ng beef Wellington a la Gordon Ramsay because of you, beef. Mga ganyan.
Si Joff nga.
Ayan, si Joff ang Google na. I love that. Mga ganyan, Tapos, ganyan ako. Di ba? Ang popogi ng mga to. Over exploding. Nako. We're more excited to hear what they're gonna have to say, di ba? Thank you, Jess! O, diba? Pa-lavender ako today, girl. Lavender lang. Night this afternoon. So, okay, you guys. Now, how have you been, you three? That's my first question naman. Because, out of courtesy naman, of course, diba? I want to know how you guys are doing. Let's start with Beef. How have you been? What's been keeping you busy nowadays?
Well, as an athlete, all races have been canceled this year, so that's really unfortunate. But training never stops, and I guess what I did was that from personal training, I started diversifying my training and distributing to other people. So that's what's been keeping me up. I get to train other people with me. We get to work out from time to time. But yeah, overall, we're doing good. I'm doing good.
Yun. It's nice to hear that you're doing good despite, what's been happening like for the past month, almost a year na nga. Ayoko sabihing month kasi parang feels like a year already. Like, what's been happening, right? So, how about you, Monch? How have you been? What's been keeping you busy?
Well, just like Beef, Ali, yung training I had to stop it. So, exactly. Basically what's been keeping me busy is just like you, law school. Pero, dinadaan na lang sa kettlebell training, alam mo naman.
Yeah.
And minsan kapag ikaw nag-aaya ng Friday night, alam mo na ginagawa natin.
Kasi actually si Monch is my friend sa law school eh. Friend ko yan sa law school. So, kaya kilala. Yan. So, kaya we call him the kettlebell talaga sa kettlebell, mga whatever yung ginagawa dyan eh. Yeah. So, nice to hear Beef. Oh, yan na si Ira Beef. Oh, Ira's here already tuned in. And then next is RJ. RJ, how have you been? What's been keeping you busy?
Yeah. Definitely the pandemic really changed, like in terms of like work. Doing the whole work from home thing is really, really different. But I think this lockdown thing has given a lot of time for like introspection, trying to think about a lot of things in my life. So with that, I've been able to do a lot of other things that I've always wanted to do given the time that I have now.
Oh, that's true though. Like, with the whole time, yung pandemic, like, we're just staying at home. So, I'm so happy with the music you've been doing also this quarantine. So, yes, for those who don't know, here, RJ is a musician. So, we'll talk about that later on pa. So, it's great to hear how you guys have been, pati na rin mga work and hobbies ninyo, dahil dyan, it's gonna be really interesting talaga in the conversation natin today because you're all quite different from each other, or at least as of now, you guys seem to take on different things talaga. So, I think we're ready to delve into this main part of debunking or getting your thoughts on some stereotypes, no? Kasi that's our topic for today. What the mga these men say, diba? What these men say. So, getting your thoughts on some stereotypes about men. So, now just to start things off, I just like to get an idea of how you guys would describe yourself. Like, like how would you think, like, how you are as a person, or like, how would you describe yourself in general? So, ikaw, Beef, like, how can you describe yourself?
I would say that I'm very adaptable to any situation. Like, I get to adjust to like friends. I'm very open also. So, I'd say I'm one of those people that are very open to communication. Yeah.
Uy, communicate. Ayan pala, talker, communicator.
Yeah, I sizzling beef. Yeah.
Yo, sizzling beef. Si Monch natawa siya si RJ. I love that. Diba? Parang sizzling beef siya, guys eh. So ano yan? Rare, medium, well done.
That depends on how you guys want me. If you want medium rare or well done.
Manda kayo dyan. Mga ka-girls. O, diba? I love that. Naku, pakulo agad ni Beef pa lang. Kakastart pa lang natin, no? Diba? Ikaw, Monch, how would you describe yourself? Ano pang laban mo kay Beef dyan?
Yeah, just like Beef, open-minded lang din naman, open to any kind of people, to whatever people have to say, whatever situation, just like Beef said, GVs lang, parang sinasabi, diba? Yeah.
GVs lang.
Agree.
Tapos sabi dito ng mga sabi dito ni Selena Venice, how do you like your beef? Grabe ang comments. Ay, yun sa topic na maganto. I'll just say hi to Marcelina Lim watching in Baguio. Hi from Baguio City watching, and to, oh my gosh, my people watching in Lucena right now sa Bugia Clan there. So anyway, moving on to RJ. RJ, namin nagsabi ito yung mga sample na comments agad ng mga sinasabi nila eh. So, ayan. So, ikaw, how would you describe yourself? Like, RJ, ikaw.
I guess
like,
from the description already of being a musician, I guess more on the artistic side, right? So definitely, I like looking at the aesthetic of things, but I also like doing more of the more data-driven type of stuff. So more on the very specific type of thinking. So yeah, a bit of both. So bit of balance.
Got the best of both worlds. I love that, no? But si RJ kasi nasa may gitara tapos minsan nasa computer data. Parang, that's all we're like, we love that, a balanced person. So, in the past few years, you guys, people have been destigmatizing stereotypes of men and even called these out as toxic masculinity. Have you guys heard of that term, yung toxic masculinity? Yung mga ganun, diba?
Yes.
Like, this, right? Like, there's some, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure. So, what do you feel about these stereotypes? So we can go, like, through these, like, one by one, mga stereotypes, and you guys can tell me, for example, whether you agree or disagree with it, or if you feel like they need to be debunked pa, or maybe if it needed to be debunked in the first place, so your thoughts lang talaga. So for first, like, eto, parang sample, like, they say men don't show vulnerability. So parang men are not allowed to cry or ask for help. Parang for emotions daw. Di daw, parang weak or something. It could come off as weak, right? Parang there's been like that stereotype, like parang pag umiiyak yung lalaki, parang mahina, ganun, di ba? Parang there's always been that, like that kind of like comment when a man cries. So, Beef, what can you say? What can you say about that?
Well, first of all, I'm guilty that I get vulnerable to these kind of situations, because I only had one ex-girlfriend, and that ex-girlfriend made me cry, and because that person made me vulnerable to who I am. But I definitely do not agree that men cannot cry to show vulnerability, because everyone can cry. It's just that maybe us men, we just don't show it as often, right? I don't know, we just don't want to show it in public. But when you make a man cry, that's something else. That's that you really hurt him bad.
Is it like that? Like, because is there some like level of parang pain pa ba to make you a man really cry? Like, to that extent, diba? Like RJ and Monch, what can you say about like that? What we mentioned, like, parang it has to be painful talaga for a man to cry.
There's like a tipping point.
I really think exactly. There's a tipping point, but yung tipping point, it really depends on you as a person, on what makes you emotional. And para sa akin, yun yung pinaka-root ng toxic masculinity, when that men aren't allowed to show emotion. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard that phrase, yung be a man, diba? Doon nagsisimula yung toxic masculinity, when people tell you to be a man when you're faced with an emotional situation, or you yourself are getting emotional. That's when things get tough, and that usually happens when your peers or your bros don't count what you feel, or disregard what you feel when you're feeling emotional. And para sa akin, yung tipping point na yun, that varies from person to person. Like, what could make one man cry could be very different from what could make another man cry. Diba? Like, one man could cry while watching a rom-com, while another man could cry while watching, a sports team win. Regardless of what the reason is, parang para sa akin, hindi dapat ma-invalidate yun. Kasi that's when the toxicity starts talaga.
Exactly. I agree with that. I'm listening for that, like, from perspective of, like, a female. Like, parang, how, for me, I really agree with you guys. I don't see it as, like, weak. I don't see it as anything lesser of a, like, man. If a man shows, like, his emotions of crying, it even shows, like, parang mas even stronger pa nga, diba? Parang, kasi you're able to have the courage of showing, like, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to to play a role of someone who has to be this parang a man up talaga all the time. Ikaw, RJ, what can you say about that? Like with what Monch and Beef have discussed?
Well, for me, like, I think I've been very fortunate enough to be surrounded by people and friends and family who are, I guess, more sensitive to that type of thing. So I don't think I've experienced like, being shamed for that type of like, being vulnerable. There are a lot of moments. Like I have a lot of friends, a lot of guy friends, who openly cry. Like for example, they're going through a very very difficult situation, and let's say we're all together, and it's just a bunch of guys. Okay, they're just a bunch of guys, and they start weeping and talking about their problems, and we don't tell them like, oh yeah, you shouldn't do that, like, man up. And we're mostly supportive, and we try to encourage, and we try to help them out. So for me, I guess I just don't have that experience of ever being ashamed of being vulnerable. So I don't know. That's just what I think.
Well, that's good. Like, parang you surrounded. Good thing that you had like friends around you who didn't have to make you feel like, oh, you can't show these emotions. I think that matters too. Who you surround yourself with. Like, kasi parang parang yung mga kasama ko laging mga ano lang, tough people, mga ganun, di ba? Parang may ganung may ganung nakakahawa siya, di ba? Beef and Monch, like, di ba? Parang like, parang you have to have like nakikisama ka, parang I can't. There are some people, like some men, have to pretend to tough up talaga, but then they really feel weak, and they feel they try to be confident when they feel insecure, tough when they're hurting, So for the most part, they're really putting on a show. So with that,
Actually,
it's just really,
yun, Ali.
right?
In my opinion, you really need to surround yourself with a good circle of bros, kumbaga. Kasi if yung mga bros mo are the type of guys na who will really try to push that side of you away. For me lang like maybe rethink the kind of people you're surrounding yourself with. Pero, I mean, at the same time, intindi mo rin sila na maybe there's a reason why they're not willing, why they want that from you, why they don't want to see that emotional side from you. Maybe may napagdaanan sila na hindi mo alam, kaya ayaw nila makita yung side na yun sa'yo. So, yun lang. Depende talaga sa circle mo
Depends on who you surround yourself. Yes, Beef, you're gonna say something.
I was saying that I agree with Monch. Like it really boils down to your support group also, because like sometimes that's where the toxicity comes from. Like they don't let you be open for what you really feels like. So that's where you start to hide these kind of feelings, and you don't get to get any advice from any of your friends or anyone around. So it's also your support group.
That's so good. Like you parang, because do you guys come from like all boys school? All of you here, diba? Parang especially when it's like all boys school, diba? Parang there's like a
yes.
Diba? I don't. How was it like your experience there? Like yung parang when people cried, like I don't know, in high school or grade school, was there like a harder for it to cry? May nag-question pa. Hi Barnes, sabi pa, is it okay to cry more than your girlfriend? What?
Oo naman, Barnes. Oo naman.
Of course.
Is it okay to cry more than your girlfriend? It's okay, like
Basic yan.
There's a question here actually. Is it harder for you guys to open up to your friends? How was it? Like let's say, in relation nga siguro yung mga all-boys school nyo, was it harder? Even with your barkada, yung mga all-boys kayo, harder to open up to your guy friends?
Well, that's the thing. Personally, I say, go ahead.
Sige, sige, RJ, go. Ano na yan, pe? Go, RJ, go.
Well, I think, for example, in high school, coming from an all-boys school, I think it was more. It was. You would have to keep things more to yourself. At least for myself, I would want to keep it to myself. But then when I reached college, and then having a different group of friends, and there are girls now in my classes, and even with my high school barkada, when they moved to college, right? For some reason, we became more open about our emotions. So when we would hang out, compared to being in high school, we were less open about emotions. But in college and up to now, we're very, very open about being emotional. So I don't know. I think it's good that we were able to come out of that shell. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with having female classmates. I don't know, or just being more knowledgeable about how growing up works. So yeah.
Oh, I think yeah, that helps. Parang as you grow up talaga, like the people around you. I think also the high school thing, because it's always been harder. I think for you guys, especially being surrounded talaga with beef paano yan, di ka makaka-date ng vegan. Ang random na yan. Okay, sorry. Let's go to beef nga. Sige. Like, in relation to what RJ said nga, beef, like, can you add to that with his opinion as a represent for Iggy, for RJ? Okay, go.
To be honest, I don't know how Monch and RJ were in high school, but I think I would say I was very antisocial. Like I was not the type of
Mm.
person to be very much talking into other people about feelings because I was just really a gamer. I was just stuck with my PlayStation
Ooh.
every single day, and what I felt was basically I was alone. But with a small group of friends, I started to slowly open up. I don't know, but then high school barkada, that's where things get a little bit, you know, more emotional. Those are the friends that I usually keep around with. And then when women came in the picture in college, that's where I started to open up. I think that's one of the reasons why I have more girl na friends than guy na friends, because I guess it's easier to open up with them.
I agree. Yeah, actually, yeah, I have something to say to that. That's true. Like most of the guy friends I have, like, parang it's easier for them to open up not to girls. Kasi parang, I don't know, parang, I don't mean to like be biased or anything. That's just my opinion. Na parang, it seems like they get more comfortable. This is within my social circle. Parang it's more comfortable for them to be really open. Kasi siguro like yung parang the balance that they have, like from like being surrounded by by their guy friends, and then to moving on to like mixing it with the girlfriends, parang siguro they can sense na parang kasi parang mas siguro mas emotional kasi kami or something, mas naka parang it could look like we're softer or something, but I don't know, parang we're just probably like mas talagang we're ready to just parang be there, and like I always just like listening to what my guy friends would talk about, and I like giving like a piece or two. It's nice to hear like another perspective kasi also, and I think that's like what really matters. How about you, Monch?
Well, like I said kanina, it's really important to know your guy friends, your bros eh. Like personally, I medyo nasa segregate ko yung mga friends ko eh. Like my high school friends, my college friends, which include my teammates, and my law school friends, which include my brothers. Because I joined the frat when I entered law school. And when I was in high school, siguro nung early start ng high school, ang hirap mag-share ng emotions sa kanila eh. Kasi syempre all boys school kami sa Ateneo eh, di ba? And
Yeah.
when we started interacting more with the girls, when yung mga high school friends ko started experiencing heartbreak, ganun, doon ko napansin na parang, okay, may feelings pala yung mga gagong to. May feelings pala sila. Like, they get hurt din pala. And then, just like what RJ and Beef said, come college, when we were exposed na talaga to a culture na maraming girls, it became much easier for yung mga friends ko nun. Lalo na yung mga teammates ko. Yung mga teammates ko, grabe, iyakin yung mga yun. Lalo na pag competition, pag tournament, or pag meron heartbroken. And, like you said, Ali, it's really, really much easier to open up sa mga girl na friends. Personally, like it's really much easier. Save for a select few of guy friends that I know. Now, with my brothers naman, yun din yung kailangan ko talaga alamin kung sino who I can open up to. Kasi alam niyo naman yung ang culture na fraternity, di ba? Sometimes it's not always acceptable. That's why it's really important for me to know sino sa kanila who I can open up to eh. Ganun lang. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I think is harder for you guys na. Parang there's always gonna be that challenge. It's always something we really have to speak up about more, because like we always have and we always hear all these other issues, but then we don't get to really talk about like men and their emotions, and like how they really get to really have to you don't always have to describe like manning up as you can't really be emotional. Ganon. It's not really so discussed properly. And then we have question here actually. Sabi, by Ronald, hi Ronaldin. From Family Monch, who among your law school guy friends cried the most? Bakit?
Si Andre, sure yan. Sure sa akin yun.
Actually, I agree. Si Andre nga din. Okay, kayo nag-comment yun si Andre. And si Oranalyn has a question. What is it so hard to know guys more than girls? What do you think girls need to know more about you? What do you, parang sige, like, I'll probably get that question as like, why is it so hard to know the guy? Why is it so hard for them to open up to you? It's like how you mean Ronaldin, no? And one last thing, do boys also believe in love at first sight? Oh, sige, dyan tayo. I think mas madali yan sagutin eh. Yan, mas madali ata sagutin yan eh. Ikaw, Beef, what do boys believe in love at first sight? May ganun ba? Ikaw, have you ever experienced love at first sight?
Yeah, but it didn't love me back. So
No, you know.
I'm pretty sure
Bakit?
everyone. No. I would say because like I don't know. Before I had a kind of like hopeless romantic type of view on love. So like whenever I see someone that I really really adore, and then like holy crap, like you never expect baka you might seem a bit creepy to the point that you might be doing something wrong. So I guess it's just my side that it looked like it was okay, but not in her side. So yeah, that's why she doesn't love me back.
Oh my gosh. Sige nga, I'm gonna dig into that more later on, Beef, ha? Ikaw, RJ, do you believe in love at first sight?
Ooh.
Well, I try to shut that side down for myself. I don't want, because again, what we've said, it hurts. It's gonna hurt way more when it's not reciprocated. So I try to turn that off and try to think of it in terms, because I'm a long-term type of person. So I want to think of
long-term
when it comes to, finding a partner. So in that sense, I like going the slow and steady steps to getting that relationship. So yeah, slow and steady wins the race. That's what
exactly. I know. That's what I know about you, RJ. Like, you've always been a long-term type of person talaga, like in relationships. And I think it's what really inspires you with your music nga eh. Diba? Yung uy, nako, mamaya. Nako, RJ. Oy, mutya! Beef ko! Pa-shoutout po ako si Beef Cow. Pero ang cute po ni Beef ko. Hala! May nag-shout. Beef, can you say hi to Mutya daw? Some from the comments. He wants to say hi. Is Beef there? Hello? Okay, sige. Let's wait for Beef. Ayan. Okay. Monch, just go on to you. Do you believe in... Nagmumuna ata yung Beef natin dito yung sikaw. Mutya! Okay, so Monch, ikaw, do you believe in love at first sight?
Nako, mahirap yan. Siguro nung high school I used to believe that eh. Pero siguro just like Beef eh, you have to be, na-heartbroken ako nun eh. Na-heartbroken ako nung bilib ako dyan sa love at first sight na yan. Kaya, hindi na. Siguro, at best, a deep interest at first sight. Tapos
guys, quotable quote yan from Monch, ha? Ano yan? Brief interest at first, love comes after.
Deep interest at first, yeah.
Ay, guys, Ronaldin, ha? Sinagot ni Monch ng malupet. Like, quotable quote yun. Diba? Ang gabi magtanong si Rona ngayon, no? Ronaldin, no? What do you prefer, looks or attitude? Talagang madami tayong mga ambag ngayon sa questions sa ganyan, no? Diba? Ikaw, BF, Idol, from Sel. Hi, Sel! Idol!
What's up, Sel?
What's up, Sel? I'd go for attitude. All the way, attitude. Because looks ain't gonna do a lot if you don't have a good attitude, and that's the long-term goal, to spend time with someone who has a good attitude over something that just doesn't last forever anyway.
Ooh. Have you ever experienced that? Like that? Yung parang, you got really attracted to, parang, really just the looks first. Tapos when you start getting to know the girl, parang, the attitude was off. Have you had an experience like that?
Yes. Not really like into a relationship, but dating pa lang. Because that for me, like dating is like when you get to know the person talaga, right? But there was this girl that sobrang. I mean, she's pretty and all that, but once I started to get to know her, like there was a little bit of mata pobre attitude, and I didn't like that. It is very against my my values also. So she thinks of herself as in a high position. So it really depends talaga on attitude is more on that.
Nako, high position. Yung mga ganon. Ikaw, RJ, have you, like, how about you for RJ? Like, have you had an experience like that?
Well, I think, how do I say this nicely?
Nako, mga ano dito, they're like, waiting for that answer from RJ.
I think, well, my first relationship, I think, was more, I think, just incompatible. That's why it didn't last. Mainly because I think mostly the values, like what Beef was saying, you need to have similar values with your partner, because that is what's going to stretch into the long term, 5, 10, 20 years from now.
Name
You
drop.
need those same values to work on. And I think now that's what I'm trying to go for, looking for someone and having someone that is that has the same values as me, and it makes things a lot easier, because yes, we may differ in certain aspects, but when you get to the core of it, the values, that's where you can really build something great.
Yeah, it really boils down to like mga core values talaga, no? When it comes to like that. Like getting really to know the personality, like, parang the person and the values. And I think that's what we're gonna stick together. Yes, diplomacy from Matty. Correct. And there's another stereotype that we have here. You know, men always have to make men always have to make the first move. Diba? Parang all the time. Like for men, like when it comes to like dating or something, men always have to make the first move. Like, what can you? Is that for like parang how is that? Like, how is that for you guys? Oh, Beef is back. Welcome back, Beef. Nawala si Beef eh. Medyo na ano eh.
I just had to fix the video a bit.
There's no more beef in this chat, sabi. But then, like, our next stereotype in men is men always have to make the first move. Parang when it comes to like dating.
Para sa akin, Ali, importante yun that the guy does make the first move. But
for you,
if the girl does, if ever the girl does make the first move, that shouldn't take away anything from the guy's manhood. Alam mo yun, it doesn't mean any less. Pero para sa akin, dapat mauna talaga yung guy. Alam mo yun. Pero okay lang din if hindi. You know?
Sabi ni Mati, pero parang all the girls I know naman make the first. Hoy, grabe! Make the first move. Ganun ba?
More power to them if they do. More power to them if they do. Ibig sabihin that these girls are super confident enough. Exactly. And then they know that the guy is, baka nahihiya lang. Like, okay lang din naman mahiya ang guy, di ba? Kasi to say that hindi pwede silang mahiya, yun, toxic masculinity na naman.
Ayun nga eh. Diba? In relation to that, siguro ikaw, Beef, what can you say? Nakaka-turn off ba kapag yung girl na nililigaw?
No, I'd say I'd find that girl really confident, and I like that kind of attitude because, like, that just really says that she knows what she wants.
Oh. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants. She get it, diba? Case in point, beauty na ba? Ano ba? Bakit dito mga comments eh? Break out, RJ, have you ever parang ganon? Is it a turn off for you when it's a girl who makes it like the move, making ligaw, making ilande? First talaga.
I think it's fine. Like more power to that girl. If
same kind of answers lahat.
Yeah, because like, well, I was just growing up to, I think it's just being a nice person if you want to make the first move, like take the initiative. I think that's something that we should all be trying to be doing. Like, regardless of whether you're a guy or a girl, just take initiative. I think that's the most important thing. Don't wait for other people to do things for you. If you want something, go get it. That's always been my driving motto.
Oh, take something.
Confidence is sexy.
Ano, Monch?
Confidence is sexy.
Yeah, confidence is sexy. Oh, to all the girls, so all the females watching right now. So when it comes to like making the moves on, for the man, for the guy, confidence is sexy daw, sabi ni Monch. And ayun. So ito naman another one is men appear cooler if they're perceived as playboys or tough and rowdy. Yun, diba? Wait lang, sabi ni Gia, may sinasabi dito, sige, okay, ligawan ko na kayo, sabi niyo yan, ha? Sabi niyo yan, eh. Diba? So, diba yung mga comments? Let's just look at the comments muna, no, before we move on to the other, kasi mga wild yung mga comments dito, eh. Tapos sabi dito,
Naku, ito si Andre, nagko-comment na.
Ayan na naman si Annie, balik na naman. Basta love is different from loss, right? Just be careful. Nako, pag mga kanyang topic! My goodness! How to be confident. Hi, Chess! Ayan. Tapos, are you guys, are you guys torpe? Mga daming so many questions right now actually na I'm looking through the comment section lang eh. Tapos sabi dito, how do you guys judge whether you can open up to this particular person pa? Ayan, address yan kanina. Hi River, to River yan. Sabi ni Riv, friend din ni RJ and Monch. You can say to beef then. Yan. To River yon, sabi niya. Judging whether you can open up to this particular person or not. I think we got to discuss it kanina eh. And then we also have ayan, sabi ni Ronaldin, wait, confident ako, Aliya. O, sino type mo? Si Ronaldin, sino type mo sa tatlong to? Sino nga? Sige nga, pa-comment nga dyan. Ang active ni Ronaldin, I love it. Di ba yung magayang questions ni Ronaldin eh. Okay, so, ayan. Again, so, ang next nating stereotype is men appear cooler or if they're perceived as playboys. Di ganun eh. Parang, yung may pagka-tough ka, rowdy, cool ka, pag playboy ka eh. Diba? Parang ganun. Okay, what can you say about that? Sige, start tayo kay Beef. Sige, RJ tayo. RJ muna. RJ.
I feel that's such a Hollywood type of thing. Like,
right? Yeah. Very movie.
I don't subscribe to that.
That type of like mga chick flicks, diba? That uso yan din. Yung mga like, pag jock, it's like, mga ganun. There's so many movies that, that we grew up with that showed us it looks cooler for if the guy is tough.
Type of thing.
Yeah, playboy.
Slow-mo sa beach. Parang, I don't know. It's not my thing.
No, it's not your thing.
Parang it focuses heavily on aesthetic looks and not really more on like what Beef was talking about, the attitude. I prefer the attitude over I would prefer the geeky girl and the shy geeky girl over the
defo
popular girl.
Definitely.
Right? So, something like that.
So that's your type of like a girl. So when it comes to like when you mention that parang you like geeky girls more, so that's your parang more of like when you say geeky, is it like more introvert or more
more introvert, more I guess more knowledge about certain things. Because I like conversation more over than anything else. So talking about important things or stuff like that.
Stuff like that. So ganyan si RJ kanyang perspective, no? So no to Bad Boys 2020 onwards. Exactly. I would prefer both. How about you, Beef? What can you say about that? Like
I agree with RJ. Like, it's a little bit it's more on the movies like that you see these things. But I'm not gonna lie. When I was in high school and grade school, I really thought that, the more girls that you get to talk to during that time, you're cool. Like, I think that's the perception. Because I'm like what Diana said, she was asking if are we torpe. I was torpe. And that's probably why I found them cool, because I never had the confidence that they had, like during that time. But I would say right now that these guys or these playboys, I see them in a lower sense already, because that just says that they're just scared to commit, or like they're scared of that commitment. So I think that's weak now.
I when you mentioned yung parang like in high school was cooler if you talk to more girls, diba? Parang usually yung parang not even just high school or anything. I mean, it still happens nowadays to some people right now watching, no? Parang it looks cooler pag mas marami kang kausap na, girl, di ba? Pag ikaw sa lalaki, sino kausap mo dyan? Ito kasi, I have this girl. Ito, minsan I have this other girl. And then, parang, parang it looks like parang, cool ako eh. Cool kasi ako dyan eh. Ganun, di ba? So, it really, it's really nice that you brought that up because it's not really the case na parang just it's what makes you look cool as a man or like you appear to look cooler that way, no? Tapos, ikaw, Monch, what's your opinion on that?
Actually, agree ako eh. Nung high school, malaking bagay yun eh. Pag marami kang kausap na chicks. Diba? Yun yung parang idol ka ng mga peers mo.
Idol?
Nun, eh. Malaking bagay talaga yun. Oo. Kasi tatawagin ka talaga ng idol or, guys would, your peers would really look up to you. Pero, parang habang tumatanda, like from college, and beyond, like, it becomes a bit more looked down on, in my opinion. Kasi, what you said, Ali, kasi was if people are perceived to be playboys, to be fuckboys, ganun. Pero if they're not actually, if yung parang nagpapacool lang sila, there's a stark distinction between those two eh. Kasi ibang topic na yun actually kapag pinag-usapan natin yan. Pero malaking bagay talaga yan nung high school. Pero ngayon, I'd like to think na it's not that important anymore. And if somebody actually is na talagang playboy talaga sila, maybe, in my humble opinion lang, maybe rethink your security about yourself. Lalo na if, if hindi ka talaga ganun as a person. So, I guess yung point ko is, sana guys these days, magpakatotoo na lang. Diba?
Magpakatotoo kayo. Ito is a question ni Celine. Sel, how have your views on toxic masculinity or being a man changed from teenage years compared to now? Because now these guys are all in their mid-20s. So, it really changed from how it was for sure, like within your teenage years. So, RJ, ikaw, like, how have your views on like this toxic masculinity or being a man changed from your younger years?
I think more of like, I think the core values of well, at least what I was taught of being a man. I think most of it is good because it was more on teaching people like me to respect women, respect other people, and I try to focus on that. I mean, yes, there's a bunch of problems with masculinity and all that and overarching umbrella of that of those things, but there are some things that are good to take away from it as well, and I try to focus on building on those values rather than engaging with the toxic side. So in terms of, for example, going into college, and meeting all these different people, I kept engaging with that type of values and being respectful. I think it's perfectly fine to be a gentleman or whatever you'd like to call it. I think that it's progressed in the sense that I've kept those core values and throughout my, even in adulthood, I still continue to be just being a good person. I think that's what it really boils down to. Just be a good person. That's what really matters.
Just be a good person. Is that like an echo? I think. Yeah, good person. Parang there's really, I think what I get from you, RJ, is like, because like there's always gonna be like that conflict with like what the world would want you to feel as a man, but there's really no need to refit in with that definition of masculinity, and you don't want to be just a good man. You want to just be a good human. Just want to be a good human at that, no. So and it can happen if like you learn how to embrace like that you can embrace feminine qualities as well, and that's okay if you can embody them, yung parang feminine side. How about you, Beef? How have sige, let's answer yung kay Sadine na question kanina, yung parang how have your views changed with toxic masculinity from your teenage years to now?
Well, I would say that, before, when I was in high school, I think that during that time, it's also a little bit of the bad perspective of how girls like guys, because like usually they say like girls like bad boys, right? I
Mm-mm.
think that was the option. So we kind of like had to adjust to that. But when we're starting to grow and become mature, and we start to actually talk to girls and open up what they really want, we start to realize that, hey, girls, they just really like a good person, and they just, it's more of the maturity of the mind talaga. But I would say that before, it's more of like insecurity of a person, then like especially during puberty stage, insecurity talaga yun eh.
It really played a big part na yung insecurity noon as a pagkatao. Tapos how about you, Monch? Ikaw, like how have your views changed?
Actually, minsan iniisip ko if I could go back in time, gusto ko suntukin yung sarili ko no high school ako eh. Iba
How are
talaga
you
yung
ba?
views ko nun eh.
Bakit?
Syempre, I would adhere to that. Aminin ko, like when I was in high school, I super believed that notion eh, na pag madaming chicks, kapag macho, alam mo yun, cool ako, idol ng lahat. Pero high school ako noon eh, and iba yung values ko noon. And then when I entered college, and then I joined the judo team. I met real men, who helped shape me, helped me grow up, and I was able to interact more with girls na hindi yung parang ganun-ganun lang yung tingin ko sa kanila, like naging friends talaga. I was able to really understand na mali yung views ko no high school nun, and it's hard talaga in an all boys school, lalo na sa Ateneo. I mean, not to step on the toes of Ateneo High School. It's just, it is what it is, diba? But at the end of the day, we try to come out as good people naman. We try to grow up from our selves when we were in high school. Alam mo yan?
Yeah,
Sana,
I think,
sana.
sana. Sana nakagrow ka na from that, though. Hi, Trish! Trish said hi. Thank you for
What's
that
up,
answer,
Trish? What's
Monch.
up?
Thank you for that answer, Monch. I really feel that, kasi that's what one of the questions here is what roles have your schools played in shaping the man that you are today? And when you mentioned like pagka Ateneo High School, like, you don't mean to step on it, but like, ikaw, Beef, what high school are you from?
Ooh, sorry about that. I'm from Xavier. Xavier
Xavier.
School.
So you're all like
San
boys
Juan.
school talaga. And then si
Yes.
RJ is Southridge eh. So puro mga ano kayo, like mga all boys school from different schools talaga. And then, there's another one I want to bring up also no stereotype. It's like, actually this question is, do you guys feel hesitant trying different clothing choices because people might see you as less masculine? Diba? Like there's like a certain type of clothing that you have to like put up with because you want to look like more masculine. Do you guys feel hesitant trying out different clothings with that?
Like what? Like what kind of clothing?
Siguro
I wouldn't wear a dress if that's
yeah, for
what
sure
the
kasi
question means.
yung parang the question I think would be like parang siguro yung parang different, how would it be like Diana, yung parang in terms of clothing less masculine, probably I could see it as like yung wearing pink, mga ganun, diba? Like usually before like pinaka-pink dati, it used to be like that parang there was like a men can wear pink, mga ganun, like it was really like a hard thing to look girly, parang girly yung outfit mo. Parang ganon. So, you know how Harry Styles is? Actually, Iggy said, yung kay Harry Styles as a peg. Harry Styles already, like, parang, really is fighting the toxic masculinity, like, this today. Like, has been fighting toxic masculinity. And the way he dresses up is very, like, feminine nga. Yung parang, he wears bolder colors, he wears, like, mga sequins, he wears, like, mga, parang shiny things, parang ganon. Have you guys ever felt that? Mga floral, parang ganon. Floral shirts. Kayo guys. RJ.
Oh, I am wearing I'm wearing pink, so I mean I guess I'm not afraid to wear these types of things. But
yeah.
I guess, well, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't go as far as to wear like a dress or a skirt. That's just me. It's just a personal preference. I don't, not because like, oh, it's feminine, I don't want to wear it. But it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't think I would like to wear it just because it's just personal preference. But I would go for in terms of colors. I think I would sometimes wear more flamboyant colors or like different feminine type of colors. So yeah, because like
Like
I think
here,
it should be accepted by
RJ,
everyone.
like in the comment section, they're like rompers for men, and like dresses for men, diba? But then like
Sure.
for what hearing what RJ said, he wouldn't wear like mga skirts, mga dress, diba? Parang that's just your perspective on it. Like you wouldn't. But then for me, I think it should be normal already. Like for some men to already wear dresses, parang mga rompers and stuff. But it looks cool. It looks, I mean, not cool. It looks like, very fashionable for me. It's like it's more of like the fashion side of it. How about you, Beef? What can you say about that? Like, in terms of fashion.
Yeah, I would say, to be honest, I think it's more of like not because I'm hesitant to wear these things, but rather it's the different lifestyle. Right now,
Okay.
when it comes to fitness, especially in my sport, obstacle course racing, normally we're just wearing jerseys, just shorts, because that's the most like parang what we do like for training. But yeah, and we're not into the I myself, I'm not too much into the fashion side of it, because that's when I see
Mm.
mga rompers or the crop tops. That's when I see that okay, these are like too fashionable enough for me, for my lifestyle, something like that. But it's not that I'm hesitant about it.
No, not hesitant. It's just like your parang kasi it's your lifestyle. For RJ, it's more of like parang you're not afraid to wear whatever yung mga colors and stuff.
No
But then it's
preference.
just like
Yeah.
no preference. It's just like preference. Okay, Beef is like the way it's his lifestyle kasi. How about you kay Monch?
Personally, like wearing pink, that's no problem for me, man. I mean, I've worn pink to school. You guys, you've seen me wearing mga pink clothes sa school.
True.
Pagdating sa floral naman, nakikita ko sa comments floral, walang problema yun. I think floral looks super cool and also yung male romper, personally, I want one then. I think that looks super swag. Lalo na like if you're at a beach trip or something. So, I guess para sa akin at the end of the day, just wear what you want. And if people hate on you for it, they inggit lang sila na they don't have the confidence that you have.
Oh, that's all. For all the like, mga nanonood dyan na lalaki,
Can I just add?
you have the yeah, go RJ, of course.
Like, I think now it's much more accepted, especially in this day, to be able to wear what you want, regardless of the whether or regardless of the gendered
Gender, yeah.
clothing, the clothing that is supposed to go to that gender. Like for example, last year I went to this wedding. It was in Germany, in Berlin. And the people that attended the wedding, I think these were mostly more of the art people, like more into the modeling type of guests, and they would wear these guys would wear all like full on skirts, full on dresses, and pair it with like male shoes. And when I was there, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like this looks like a more integrated society, and I think that is what Germany is about, more integrated people. So I think it's fine, and I'm excited to see more of that in the future.
Excited. Actually, me too. Like same RJ, I can't wait for like when it comes to like I don't know in a few years time to grow like when it's more like normalized already for men to really wear dresses like how like women wear it. Like heels also mga shoe lips. It's also such a stereotype for girls to only wear totoo. For girls to only like the tall guys because it's also toxic then. Oh my god, that's so true. What's your take on guys who'd like to wear heels? Because like, there's also like a stereotype nga na parang, for girls to only like, because we like tall guys. Diba? When you ask like some of your girlfriends probably, what would you like for a guy physically, they'll always like say tall. Diba? Parang automatic yun eh. It's like such a parang or stereotype talaga na for like men. So what's your take on that? Siguro I'll ask that so whoever wants to answer that question from you guys, among you guys.
About guys wearing heels and stuff.
Yeah, because like it's total.
Go lang, if you want to wear heels, if you're comfy wearing heels, if you think if it makes you more confident, then go ahead, man. I mean, no hate. I think that's the most important thing to avoid. That's the most important thing to remember if we want to avoid any toxic masculinity, or not just toxic masculinity, just toxicity in general. Just don't hate. Just don't hate on other people for what they want to do. If somebody wants to wear heels, then go lang. If somebody wants to wear like an animal around their neck or something or whatever, or any kind of fashion trend right now, just let them. Kasi at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if it's what makes them happy, if it makes them confident, then who are you to shit all over it, diba? Yun lang.
People are
Just
getting too
right mo,
judgmental in these things. Like
Yeah,
I
man.
think
Yeah, sakto.
that's where it has to stop. It like I like what Monch said. It's at the end of the day, it's what should make you happy, not about what they feel happy, diba? That's what matters, naman. Who cares, diba? Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Like, do what makes you really happy talaga. For like, pag sa ganyan, mga wear heels, whatever. And, like, ikaw, like, what kayo guys, like last, when it comes to stereotype nga ng pag sa height ng lalaki, yung height ng mga lalaki also, that's such a big thing. Because like Jessica, like, brought it up eh. She's like, take on both the tall stereotype on men. Yung parang, it's like so, like now, such a very common thing to say for us na parang pag lalaki dapat matangkad, di ba? Pag ganon. Also, di ba? So, it's you have to fight that. Parang, what can you guys speak for on behalf of the men who, parang fight for that stereotype, against that stereotype?
Well, Ali, to be perfectly honest, coming guys, honestly, we don't, at least in my experience, we don't really give each other hell for our heights. In my experience, yung mga friends ko na maliliit, sorry for the term na maliliit, mga, how do I say this? Vertically impaired.
Sure, try to look for like a better term. Parang ganun.
yung mga ganun, to be honest, they get pressure ng ganun from girls. In all honesty, like lalo na nung high school, like nung prom, like if a guy would ask a girl out to prom, ang unang iniisip nila is, papayag ba yung girl na to even if she's gonna wear 4-inch heels na tas mas matangkad siya sa guy? So height is not really something that coming guys give each other hell for. Ayun. At least in my experience. I don't know about RJ and Beef.
Well, how about you, Beef and mo? I'm Beef and RJ, kayo?
No, defo, like because you're shorter than the other person doesn't necessarily mean that you're less of a man than the other person. It's really just a mentality talaga. And I also commend those who are in a relationship, especially if a man is the shorter one and the woman is taller. Just says that talaga doesn't really matter, diba? Like what the physical appearance is. That's just, I don't know. I like those kind of things when I see those.
Yeah,
Makes
and
me feel like there's
super spot on
really
yun.
special
Super.
between them.
And what can you do about it? You're born with that, so be happy with yourself. Don't be ashamed of it.
At the end of the day, bro, basta nagmamahalan sila. Basta they're happy
Basta nagmamahalan.
Exactly.
Basta nagmamahalan. It's all love.
One love.
All love, one love. Height doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's how they treat you and make you feel. Oh, Trish.
Yun,
Yes.
sakto sabi ni Chris dyan.
Exactly. Diba? Tama yan. That's exactly how we can summarize that topic when it comes to the height. Yung stereotype ng height sa mga lalaki, no? So, with that, though, we discussed some stereotypes already. And we'll discuss more later on and get to know these guys a little bit more. And dami pang actually questions sa inyo. Yung Beef, Monch, and RJ, yung mga questions like na we'll tackle them like later on. And so, with this, we'll just go on a really quick break. And I hope you guys stay tuned till the end of this episode. So, see you guys after a few minutes.
We'll be back shortly. This is Beauty in a Box. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio Manila. O di ba madali lang, kaya i-like at i-follow na. Are you ready to explore a new kind of music? Yung bang kakaiba na hindi mo pa napapakinggan? Mga bagong artist nagugulat sa inyo sa kanilang awit at tugtugan. Discover them, hear them in Napalm Hour. Ang Napalm ay ang new all-Pinoy alternative music source na para sa kakaibang musika. Alternative artists and bands all the time. Catch them at Napalm Hour. Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon to 1 p.m. and 8 to 9 p.m. Streaming live on V81 Radio mobile app. Kaya i-download mo na for free. Now na! A spirit-filled song that talks about healing from the Lord Jesus Christ, our great healer.
Nasasaktan, kumikirot ang aking puso.
Hilumin mo, awit ng kagalingan at pagsamba by Felsen.
Hilumin mo ang sukat ng aking puso.
Digitally available everywhere and here on V81 Radio.
Bigot pagturo ko dahil lang ngayon at ang bukas.
Now back to Beauty in a Box. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
And we're back. Hello again to our viewers here on Beauty in a Box. And for those who just tuned in, this is an online program that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle. I'm your host, Aliya Ambray, and today I have three very fine gentlemen here with me for today's episode on men and social norms. Let's welcome back Beef, Monch, and RJ. Yan. Hi guys! We're back after a few lang. So ayan, you guys, like I mentioned earlier, so ito, we're gonna get to know you guys a little bit more and try to address some questions that our viewers have, you know, kasi ang daming questions actually talaga na they want to know from you guys. And ito I just want to look at this question kasi very how do you handle breakups? Kasi they say pag lalaki daw mas mabilis mag-move on. 'Di ba? May ganung ding stereotype eh. Mas mabilis mag-move on pag lalaki. Ano? Oy, naku, biglang ano eh. Matagal kayo dun sumagot
Tansya ko dapat si Beef yung mauna dito. Yung may sinabi ka kanina habang nasagot tayo.
Sure. All right. Well, I'll begin with that. So, I guess I would say it's not all guys. I mean, not all guys will be fast to move on, or like in general, boys. I would say it's very. It depends on you. It depends on the person. Because my first time I got heartbroken, it wasn't from just like a dump or what. It actually came from a cheating incident. So it was very personal. It gave me a lot of insecurities and all of that stuff. So it took years, I guess. It took years for me to actually move on. Because usually, they say after 3 months you're okay now, or like usually 4 months okay now, or you should be going out with other girls. But no, it took me like a year and a half for me to get over what happened. But yeah, I guess like I would say, look at me now. Like I'm so much better than I was before.
Thank you for opening up for that, no, Beef. And like, I'm glad that you're in a position that, you know, you're way better, and you're in a better position from how you felt that time for sure, no? Like, I'm assuming, right? I'm sure, like, you're in a better position now. Kasi, with that stereotype na parang men can, like, have to move on, like we tend to move on fast. I don't know. I also have that. I have a stereotype on men that parang mas mabilis mag-move on pag lalaki eh. Yep, and that's, I don't know. It's like a fault in me, parang ganun, and that's automatic, parang ganun eh. So, like, I want to hear from you guys what you have to say on that. And I parang most of the girls there kasi also feel that way na parang kasi men tend to move on naman eh. Parang madali naman sila maka-move on sa ibang lugar. So ikaw, RJ, what can you say?
Well, okay. Okay, so I think it depends because for me, my heartbreaks were kind of different. They were both the two heartbreaks that were really different by the same person. So the first time, I think because it was the first time, it was definitely, I was way more emotional. You know? Like what Beef said, you get super insecure. Like what's wrong with me? Am I not worth it? So that took some time to recover. But eventually, I did, and things were sorted. But then the second time it happened with the same girl, it was a completely like 180 for me, because instead of feeling like sad and so and so hard on myself, I was just kind of like, okay, this just isn't working out. This is this is just like this for the second time around. Like I realized, okay, like it's not worth it. I might as well just move on. So the second time around, I was able to move on much faster. So well, I guess it would, if you could say, maybe it lasted for around 3 months to just like get back on my feet and like get back to normal. So it depends. It depends on the situation, because every relationship is going to be different.
That's nice. Thank you for that, RJ. I agree with that. I think it depends also the impact of the person. Like when you, like the way you are, parang, sometimes like Maya, I can parang personally, you can easily move on from that person, but then iba yung impact pag like you can take 3 months to get back on your feet, right? What you said, RJ. How about you, ikaw, Monch?
Just like them, eh. Depende talaga eh. There's no, I don't think there's a hard and fast rule like on how quickly somebody can move on. Like you said, if depends how much of an impact this person made to you. Like how much did you really love this person? How much did you really invest in this relationship? Eh? Like sometimes it can take as long as a year, or as short as 2 weeks. But at the same time, I don't think guys or anyone in general should really get hell for that, for how fast they move on, or how long it takes for them to move on. Kasi kanya-kanya talaga yan eh, the if a heart breaks, iba-iba talaga how long it takes for you to put the pieces back together, So, ganun lang.
Thanks for that, Monch. Actually, Monch, pahay daw kay Ronaldin daw.
Oh, hello, Miss Ronaldin.
Yeah, hi Ronaldin. Yeah. So, RJ, with that RJ, ikaw, RJ, actually, I'm just really like, curious also, no? Yung sa, have you ever written songs about that? Like when it comes to like mga ganong bagay? Diba? Kasi you're a musician and I'm sure like pasample dyan mamaya. Mamaya, actually pasample kayo mamaya eh. But then ikaw, RJ, have you ever written songs about that? Like
definitely yes, but very very subtle in the way I reference it.
Okay.
Be both in terms of lyrics but also in terms of the instrumentation. So it's more of a feel. So you can quote unquote hear the heartbreak, but in terms of lyrics, I like to be very very non-specific and try to be enigmatic and give something to think about. So I try not so much to reveal so much in terms of lyrics.
I don't try to think so much like comes to lyrics. But then, I'm sure like guys, abangan yung mga music niya ni RJ, but when it comes out, like we'll get all the feels from that, whatever kind of like songs that you've written or like made. We have a question here. Actually, RJ, someone agreed with RJ. It really depends on who with. Past 2 girls I dated, personally sila ang mukhang mabilis mag-move on. But sa high school, sweetheart ko, I moved on pretty quickly with that. TBH.
Yeah.
Diba? Or, depends. It really depends. Ayan. So, actually, ito na tayo, guys. Okay. So, we have this segment called G ka na ba? And really, the title says everything. So, naghanda kami ng mga fun and juicy questions and challenges for you guys. And that you have to be super game to answer or else, parang ano ba yan, guys? Hindi kayo G. G ka na ba? Well, music is life, sabi ni Mutia. Ayan. So, also, shout out to Beef. Airsoft ulit next time. Lumao. Ayan. May nagpapa-shout out him. I can't read his name sa comments eh. But, okay, so this is like yung classic spill the tea natin. So, dito sa Beauty in a Box, we tend to like end this with a guest para we get to know them a little bit more. Laging G na G! Sabi niya, Gian. So, okay, so our first, Gian, diba? Easy lang to sa inyo guys, TBH. All these guys here like have given us like very good like conversation, talk, and advice and, tips. So, now we have to get to know them more. So, ito ha, first classic spill the tea natin. So, are we ready? Sana may pa-drum roll tayo. Drum roll eh. So, first question is, ano ang biggest what if mo? Beef, go. Let's go, Beef. Kaya mo yan, Beef.
What if I'm not good enough? Sorry. What if I'm not good
That's
enough?
your biggest what if. Oh my gosh, relate hard. Yung mga ganyan. I'm sure like a lot of people have already thought of that also. What if I'm not good enough? That's very good. Come on, go. What's your biggest what if?
What if I didn't go to law school?
Hard for late. Okay, you RJ.
I think similar. Mine would be, what if I changed careers?
These men are like mga ano to, you guys. Akala nyo kasi puro lokohan lang eh, but these guys really give out mga relatable feels and like, you know, what they say. Like, these are really common things that we think about. No, bro. Mga comments. Okay, next is, what is the sexiest part of your body and why? Let's go, Beef.
I would say my eyes. Like the moment I see a girl, just look at her.
The eyes speak ba ganun? The eyes speak. I speak came.
Definitely, for sure. I would say, what you see is what you get.
Okay, ikaw, Monch. Sexiest part of your body and why?
Hopefully my mind.
Yeah.
You Hopefully lang pala naman.
Hopefully.
Okay, ikaw, RJ, go. What's the sexiest part of your body and why?
Sexiest part of my body would be my hands. Because when you see these play guitar,
Gusto ko may hand movement pa eh.
Masampo nga pa yung hand ba yan? Bakit?
Oh, that's that movement.
movement
Yeah.
ng hands.
Is that guitar? Double hands.
double hands.
Two hands.
Actually, RJ, someone wants to say hi to you. Si Jasmine. Jasmine wants to say hi to you daw.
Wow,
Shout
hi
out daw,
there.
Jasmine.
Hi,
There.
Jasmine.
Okay. Okay, next natin is, okay, especially this is for embarrassing moment in fitness competition for Beef. Go.
My shorts fell down when I was doing a monkey bar, so.
What is the most embarrassing? How, like all the way down, like both, like or like just.
Yeah, until underwear, and then everyone was looking, and I was like, okay, screw it, like let's go. It's a race. Let's keep going. Keep it up. Let's go.
Oh, keep going lang, diba?
Bro, buti na lang naka-beep ka nun, bro.
Of course. Commando.
Ikaw, Monch, what is the most embarrassing moment in a competition as well?
Oh, same thing. As in, I was competing and then nahubad yung pants ko, my gi pants in a match. Tanggal, as in all the way down, kita puwet ko.
Oh my God.
And moonshine talaga. Feast your eyes ka mo, ganun yung nangyari.
Very physical kasi sa judo, no? Like you grab someone.
Oo nga,
bro.
no? Parang you're very like, parang it's bound to parang happen eh. How about you, RJ? Don't tell me, what's the most embarrassing moment in gigs? Don't tell me na hubad. Pag sa gigs.
I don't know. Like,
Most embarrassing.
I don't know. I don't really feel embarrassed when I do things. Like,
Wow, you guys.
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
ang confidence sa fingers niya.
Right, yeah.
I
I don't think about it too much. Just let it go.
Tatanong TikTok accounts na, oh. Yeah, I think they do have TikTok accounts, right? Diba?
Wala.
I think Beef,
I do for
Beef
fun
for
now.
RJ. Beef does.
I have for fun, yeah.
Beef? Oh, yeah. Sige. Later, we'll tell you his TikTok account. Okay, so next is, you guys, ito naman tayo sa challenges, okay? Ito yung mga anong galawang breezy ninyo. I want you guys to elevator pitch yourself. Why should you date me? Ganon. Why should you date me in a few, one sentence or like few sentences? Let's go. Let's start with Beef.
That's because I can give you the raw thing.
Raw. Beef can give you a raw thing. Okay, that's how you can pitch yourself, no? Elevator pitch yourself. I could give you the raw. What does it mean? What do you mean by I could give you the raw thing? Ano yun? What do you mean by that?
Let's not get down to that deep level. Let's keep it there. All right, Monch, your turn. Let's go, bro.
Pinasa yung question eh. Pinasa na yun. Tinapon eh. Why should you date?
Sorry, what's the question again? Why
elevator pitch yourself. Why should you date me?
Siyempre, with my jiu-jitsu, siyempre I can alam mo naman, makakaya ko eh, di ba? Joke lang.
Body slam.
Loko lang.
Oy, may humirit dito sa Salida because I'm rare dapat daw for beef.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna use that. Thank you.
Galing na. Ang ganda na. Ang ganda pick up line because I'm rare.
Tagline, pwede na yun.
I love it.
Tagline mo yun,
Yeah,
beef.
that's good.
Ikaw, wait, Monch, ano na yung elevator pitch mo? Ano na?
Hindi, wala. Sige, yun na yun. Alam niyo na yun.
Gusto ko yung sagot ni Monch, alam niyo na yun. I do judo. Alam niyo na yun. Ikaw, to RJ, how would you elevator pitch yourself?
Don't, because I'm taken.
Can't
beat that. Taken already. Can't beat that.
Actually, sorry, I'll change my answer.
Go na
Answer pala.
Hashtag fake news now. Hashtag fake news. Okay, so next is singing challenge. Singing challenge kay RJ. RJ, I want you pasample kami ng harana for your, kunyari when you make paharana someone.
Oh, but I don't eh. It's all heartbreak.
Basta, challenge dito yan, RJ eh. One sample lang naman ng one-liner. Na all, sana all.
I think. Because I'm more of an instrument guy, so I don't
Okay
think
lang.
so. I can play something, maybe? I can
go.
play something. Okay.
Oh, go.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Go, dude.
I got my guitar here.
Yun.
Aba, diba? Yan.
Sakto.
Let's see. What's a common love song? Let's see. Oh, I'm like a big fan of like John Mayer stuff, so
Let's go.
that's it. That's what I got.
Wow. I love that. Galing ha. You got parang people's attention with just like playing the guitar. Yung parang instrumental lang ha. Like, without the vocals pa yan ha. Imagine that.
I haven't played the town like 2-3 years. Like the first time. It's been a while.
Galing.
The fingers.
The fingers. It's the fingers. John, ay mga comments sa John Mayer shaking. OMG, my ovaries. Okay. So, ang short daw lang sample mo. Okay lang yan, guys. You can check him out on his socials later on. Okay, next challenge is, I have 4. Ito, next is for Monch. Okay. Next challenge mo is acting challenge. You have... Say a line from your favorite romantic or chick flick movie. As in acting talaga. Say a line from your favorite.
Marami akong favorite na rom-com eh. Yung problema
First line. Kaya nga, first line that you would think of na liner from a favorite romantic movie, and then
Sige. Tignan natin if the people in the comment section know what movie this line is from.
sige, game.
Landon, don't give me a reason, please, to be angry with God. Especially you. You happened. Alam niyo yun.
I want to remember!
I love that.
Oh, that's what's your favorite rom-com? Ay, romantic
Oh,
pala.
naman,
Romantic.
Heart
I love that.
wrencher yun sa
I
amin.
could watch
Yeah,
or walk to remember over and over again. Ang galing naman. Ang galing naman nun. Okay, tama. Let's go, Selena. Oh, tama. I like that. Ang galing naman. May pa-acting talaga yun, ha? Feelings sa ganun man siya. Okay. For beef naman, we have a challenge for you. Our challenge for you is you're in a bar and you see a girl that you like. How would you approach the girl?
Oh my god, it's already starting. Okay.
Wala mo na.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Tell me when you're ready,
to be
para
honest,
ano. Okay.
First of all, because I've never been to a bar, so I wouldn't know the setting.
I never been to a bar. Sige, let's change it
Yeah.
to any place you're in, and then you find a really cute girl, or like someone you're interested in. How would you approach a girl? Let's go.
More or less, I'll be like, hey, did you see? Hey, How are you today? I just want to I just want to know. I just want to know you better. Okay, so you're what? Oh, did you say you're cute? Oh yeah, you are. Definitely you're cute. To be honest,
Idol, sobra idol.
dude, I have no idea like how these work.
I love how you went like straight on, no, parang you're like, yeah, you're cute, yeah, hey baby, want some beef?
But okay, that's when that's that kind of context. I'll be doing that in maybe a bedroom, but not in a in a context of like straight up like talking to that
Ito si
stuff.
Beef, ha? Hindi nagbabar pero nagba-bedroom.
Oh,
Idol nga, bedroom ka agad eh.
nah, dude, no.
Ay, correct.
I'm a good
POV
boy.
acting
I'm a
to.
good boy.
POV to eh. Point of view to eh. You're na blah blah. Mga POVs yan eh. Uso kasi yan ngayon eh. Okay, let's do. Oh, I read. Sa comment here, I really felt like you were talking. Nasabi pa rin sa comment, I'm vegan. No?
Oh.
Oh my God. I'm crying. Ano tayo? Para tayo sa video chat lang, guys, ha? Ano na, ha? Nasa radio station tayo ngayon, eh. Para tayong video chat lang ngayon, eh. Ay! May nag-comment si Mutya! Ian Bardies! Pinong Barles! Some more beef, please. Itong Mutya na to, ha? Beef, ha? Really, crush ka nito. Kanina pa ito si Mutya, eh.
Number 1 fan na yan, bro.
Number 1 fan mo na to, eh. I love what, like, Mutya is like one of our, galing yung comment yan lagi here. Like, we love all the things Mutya says in the comment section. So, the fact na parang all eyes on you siya beef ngayon, no? Tapos kay RJ Jasmine yan, eh. Tapos si Monch, si Ronaldin, eh. Na may mga nakuha kayong mga girls dito sa show episode na to ngayon, ha? Okay, so, before we end, like, anything, I want, last nating, segment here is this or that. So, you have to think quickly, okay? This or that tayo. Okay, for Monch, love or career?
Love. That's what we live
Love
for.
si Monch. Wow, love siya over career. RJ, ikaw makikipag-break or ikaw ang na-break-an? Like, will you go? Kaya mo yan. First.
Heartbroken. Easier if I adjust.
Ooh, you don't have the courage to be the one to break up with the parent. It's easier for you to be the one broken up with.
Out of respect of the other person.
Wow. Baka mas na pang ma-in love sa'yo. How about you? Ikaw kay Beef. Mahal ka or mahal mo?
Mahal ko.
Mahal mo over mahal ka. Next is kay Monch. Work hard or play hard?
Play hard.
Play
Play hard.
Play hard. Next, RJ, sense of humor or common sense?
Sense of humor.
Ooh, sense of humor. Next is Beef, morena or mestiza or chinita? Kasi curious ang mga audience.
I'd say 2 out of the 3. I'd say mestiza or morena.
Oh, with Cesar Morena, ha? Mutya!
Very different from how I go for.
Ayun, with Cesar Morena. Oh, Cheska says, props to you, RJ. Sana all ganyan. Oba, lakas. Lakas talaga. Padimple daw, RJ. Padimple daw. Kaya pa may humingi ng mga dimple. Sige. O, padimple. Dimple. Baka pasyo ng dimple si mga boys this afternoon eh. Next, okay, we have, Monch. Ikaw bahala sa sagot ito. Monch, top or bottom?
Nako, bottom. Without any context, bottom.
Bottom, no context yan. Okay, RJ, fast or slow?
Slow. Gusto ko slow.
Slow siya. Oh, slow. Okay, Beef. Lights on or lights off? Di ba, kayo pa yan
Ooh, lights on. I want to see the whole show. Lights on.
Oh.
No context as well. Like no context. Just let it be. Let it be. Like,
Sabi, OMG, pasok ako sa top 2 sa quality. It's crazy. So ayan, you guys, thank you so much for being so game to answer and do all of the challenges, you know. Oh shucks, grabe Beef, yung mga sagot na, love it, diba? So, thank you so much for your time doing all of these, and Tatak Beauty in a Box guest talaga ang pag-survive ng mga fun challenges dito and juicy questions namin. Thank you so much for being so Gina yan, no? So before we officially end things, are there any final words that you would like to say to our viewers right now? And anything you want to promote as well? So we can start with start with RJ.
Okay.
Final words? Any final words? Yeah.
I guess taking away anything from this is always take initiative. Just do it. If you want something, just go get it. Okay, just don't hesitate. Just go and get it, regardless of whether you're a guy or a girl. Just go get it.
Exactly. We're here for equality. Talagang it doesn't matter. And how about you? And anything you want to promote?
Okay. Let's see. I got some music coming out next year, so I guess stay tuned for that. You can probably follow me on Instagram. Too Cool Flamingo. TOOCOOL Flamingo. Just one word. And I also have this Facebook group. Basically, if you, it's more of an artist-centric group. So musicians, Filipino musicians can post their stuff there. So it's called The Local Sound PH. So you can go join that too.
Yes, a part of that group. I love the stuff I see from you there. Okay, next we have Monch. Any final words and anything you want to promote?
I guess, final words ko lang, magpakatotoo kayo. Like, for the guys, just be true to yourself. No hate. One love,
Yeah.
Make sure you love everybody.
puppy.
Always
puppy.
know your friends, and be good to each other. One love, and GB
One
slang.
love. GB slang. Quotable quotes ka, ha? May magayang-gayang ka, ha? Thank you for anything you'd like to promote, Monch. Where can we see you? Any socials?
Follow me on Instagram. Monster, alam niyo na yan. MAWNCHSTER.
Yeah, so those who want to see RJ in his Instagram, Too Cool Flamingo, and we have Monch here, Monster, for his Instagram. And for Beef, let's go Beef. Any final words you would want to say?
I'd probably just say that don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid to never try at all. I think that's the thing. That goes out to anyone who's like into a relationship situation or in a goals and career path. So do what you gotta do, you guys. Like I think that's the most important part. Commit. That's the important part.
Thank you for that, Beef. I like that also, the final words. Thank you, RJ, Monch, and Beef. Where can they see you, Beef? Like any thing you would want to promote? Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Instagram and TikTok, but for both it's just at Beef Cuts. So all you gotta do is beef and cuts. Yeah.
Cuts, beef cuts talaga. Okay. Tagang anything related to beef, no? Wellington beef Wellington, tapos may pa beef cuts, diba? O, diba? Let's go beef. Yes, amen beef. Yeah, diba? Thank you guys. Thank you, Beef. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Monch. So much for your time here. Everything you've shared with me and
Thank you.
These men.
Thank you for having us, Ali.
Oh, thank you guys to get your perspective and your opinions on these things. Especially we have to really fight the toxic masculinity like that's happening talaga. It's still happening and we still have to keep fighting against that talaga. Even on our side, and we have to all not just like for males talaga, all genders have to really just it's all of our work together, not just even for women empowerment, all these for like the LGBTQ community, all of these genders, parang we all have to really work together to fight against these all toxic traits that we all deal with today. So I really wanted to hear from you guys as well. So thank you for your time for that, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you here in V81 Radio and BT in the Box, and I hope our viewers enjoyed also. So keep up the amazing work in your respective fields, and I'm super rooting for you guys, Beef and Monch, and amazing Fitspirations you guys are, and RJ of course with your doing your best with your music talaga. And we're so excited to see more from you. And please, all of the viewers here, you can check them out on their socials. And it's really a pleasure to have been able to interview and make chikahan with you three. And to all our viewers tuned in with us, thank you so much for watching this week's episode. I'm so grateful to each one of you who have been supporting the show, and I hope you continue to do so. See, you can check the previous episodes on Beauty in the Box Facebook page. So last season we were on the main live for V81 Radio Saturday Facebook page, but then this season we're going live on the main live now on Beauty in the Box Facebook page. So ayan, you guys, saying hi to some of the comments right now. We have Ronaldin, Diana, Katrina, Mutia, Eggy, Cheskos, my cousins, Selena, Andre, ayan, Cell. Thank you so much for enjoying, Joff. Iba-ibang places pa yan ng world right now. We have like from LA pa, from Shaka, from Jessica, watching. And thank you guys for tuning in. And I'd also like to say thank you, of course, to the V81 Radio Management. We have Sir Charlie. I also like to thank the production team of V81 Radio. With me right now, we have Miss Dean, who's the head tech, Miss Dax. I'm gonna miss you, Ate Dax. Miss Abigail, Kuya Robbie, Kuya Jason, Kuya Ralph, and of course Gia Cristoval. She's behind right now on the scenes, and I wish I could have. I wish I had her in this episode. And she's one who helps me with content creator taga sa Beauty in the Box. And Diana, of course, my sister, who helps me a lot with this, and Aliya Ambray family watching all the time, and my friends, Magulo and stuff. I love you guys. I hope you all continue to stay safe, and always remember to unbox your beauty in the box with me, Aliya Ambray. I'll see you next Saturday only here at V81 Radio Manila.
An online program that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle. This is Beauty in a Box, providing insights on how beauty and lifestyle of all kinds will be of help to everyone, may it be in their professional or personal lives, by improving one's confidence. Beauty in a Box, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Philippine time, hosted by certified makeup artist and beauty enthusiast, Aliya Ambray. Beauty in a Box, only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio, Manila.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.